Okay, so I'm doing a new format starting this month. I have to look here. So I'm pulling 4 cards for the month of February, one for each week of the month. And then also because of Valentine's Day, I'm going to pull one from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck. And we'll see what it has to say. So we have, for the first week, we have the Judgment card in reverse. And really, when I first was looking at this, I kept feeling like I'm out of balance. Usually when you see the Judgment card, there's scales involved. It's very Libra energy of looking at things from a very neutral standpoint. Kind of just like looking at things from outside the situation and seeing like, this is right, this is wrong, do this, not that, but it's in reverse. So I feel like we might feel like things aren't working in our favor. We might feel like things aren't fair for us in whatever aspect that may be. Also feeling like just feeling out of balance. I feel like it's a mental thing, feeling like things aren't working out, or also being overly concerned about the judgment of others. Because this, when it's upright, it looks very carefree. I'm doing my own weird thing. Like, I'm wearing these striped leggings. I'm playing my music. I don't care if it sounds good or not. I'm doing it anyway. It's very carefree, not worried about what other people think. But upside down, I feel like it's the opposite of that, being overly focused on the opinions of others. Not living a life for yourself, living your life the way that you feel that others may want you to live it, regardless of, whether it's right or wrong for you. So I feel like kind of going off track in the first week of February. For me personally, I'm a Gemini sun. So this is for Gemini sun, moon, and rising. So for me personally, January, it was like towards the end of the month, it was like, all right, I've come back to the root of who I am. And now I'm working with that energy and really trying to hone it in, like, you know what I mean? Like, make sure it stays. So I kind of feel like the first week is kind of floating away a little bit. We're kind of forgetting again. Like end of January, it was like a remembering of who we are at our core. And the first week of February, it's kind of like we're starting to, lose focus a little bit of who we are and what is right for us. And instead, doing things in a way that maybe other people have decided for us. So keep that in check. Anytime you feel like, anytime you're feeling out of balance or like ungrounded, kind of think about like, what is out of balance in my life for me? Where am I not living authentically? Because right and wrong is really a matter of perspective for most things, on smaller scales in our personal worlds. So just, paying attention to what does and does not feel right for you. And this is very interesting because then we have the King of Swords for the second week, and he's saying, he's kind of saying like, get your head back in the game, let's focus on what has to be done. Let's get to work here. He's like completely emotionless you know? Swords are very mental, and he's the king, so he's mastered the mental aspects of his being. I personally feel like this is very like Virgo energy. I mean, I may be wrong, but when I think of like very mental energy, I feel like that's a Virgo kind of energy. So you may be dealing with a Virgo in your life, you know, that may help you get yourself back on track if you're starting to go off of your path here in the first week. You might have a Virgo friend around that can help you, you know, get your shit together again and get refocused, and really like get down to the nitty-gritty details of what it needs to be done. You know, I feel like maybe we need to start researching and studying and learning. I feel like this is a week of absorbing things, not expressing. Do you know what I mean? So like really taking things in, looking at things objectively, analyzing what's going on this month for you. I mean, his castle, or whatever room this has to be the library in his castle. So just loaded with books and knowledge. So it's really just expanding your knowledge in the second week. So getting yourself refocused and retuned into what matters most to you. And, you know, working through it from there, planning. So then we have the Eight of Swords in the third week. And I kind of feel like that planning and the detail-oriented energy may start to feel like how are you going to take it from thought form into physical form, whatever these ideas or projects or, you know, things you've been researching and trying to work out in your brain in the second week. It's like, how do we put this into action? How do we put this into physical form? May start to feel overwhelming, and quite literally in this card, her hands are tied. So feeling like my hands are tied, not really sure where I'm going, kind of creating this mental prison for yourself. Obviously it's not real. She could totally, I mean, if you can really see it, I don't know if you can or not. Let's see if we can get it in focus. So, whatever. But her hands are wrapped in this ribbon, but it's not actually tied together. So it's just this illusion of feeling like we're trapped. So she could, I mean, the ribbon is like loosely tied around her. She could just easily just, you know, do this, and she's free from her wrist. She can take the blindfold off and see that this illusion of a prison is really just a couple swords that she can just walk right through. You know what I mean? This little bird is just representing, you know, there is still hope here for you. You know, let's not get wrapped up in this mental prison again. Like, we've already gone through this energy earlier this year and especially last year. So let's, you know, get past this overwhelmed feeling and maybe ask for help. Not feeling like it's all on us. Not feeling like we're all alone in this process. Okay? So really, you know, whatever it is that we're working through mentally here, you know, talk it out with somebody and see if they may have ideas to bounce off of you to get you to the next level. You know what I mean? But, you know, be careful with who you are sharing your ideas with, because sometimes they can deter you from wanting to continue forward with them. Do you know what I mean? So just be careful who you are discussing your ideas and, the mental things that you've been mulling over, just so that they don't, push you back 5 steps. We want to get you taking more steps forward. This is a very powerful year for Geminis, so we want to get through this. You're very strong. You've gone through a lot. We're on the other side. We're very empowered. Come on, like, we can do this. Don't get yourself caught up in this mental prison here. So the last week of February, we have Page of Pentacles, and this, for me, it's got almost kind of a Fool-like energy to it in a certain way, but we have some knowledge under our belt. We're not going completely into the unknown, without any experiences. We've gone through some things, we've traveled and gone down this road, and we've come to this point where we're putting our trust in the universe and where it's going to take us from here. It doesn't really matter the road that he takes as long as he's continuing forward. So he's just flipping a coin to decide, am I going right or left from here? It's a very adventurous energy. And actually, Aries has this card for February as well. So you may be working with an Aries sign, continuing forward on some kind of adventure here. Maybe some kind of project, or friendship just came up, or something of that nature, something that's going to bring you closer to what it is that you most desire in your life. So if you have an Aries sign in your life that is looking to collaborate with you, I would try to continue moving forward with that. And just going about it in a very carefree way. So it's very positive. It looks like we've worked through this mental prison that we've kind of overwhelmed ourselves with in the 3rd week. And now we're at this place, like, see, those clouds are behind us, the stormy clouds are behind us, and now we're like, all right, let's do this. Like, I've mulled it over, I've, worked through the mind clutter, cleared it all out, that crap, and now we're continuing forward. I also kind of feel like I had a dream last night. It was really strange. It was about, like, I was in this house, and it was like all the people that I did not like from high school, which I haven't seen since high school, which is strange. I'm 32, so all the people from high school that I just couldn't stand as human beings, basically, they were all in this house, like, throwing a house party and just trashing the place. And I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? So I woke up and I just kind of feel this feeling like things from the past are going to be coming up this month. And I think that's what's going on here. Things from your past may be coming up I kind of feel like it's as a way of distracting you from continuing forward, to try and, like, pull you back a step. Maybe it's almost a little bit karmic as well. So just keep that in mind, especially in the 3rd week. Whatever bullshit from the past comes up, it needs to stay in the past, because we're continuing forward from here. We're putting that behind us and moving forward. And where this is taking us is going to be very prosperous and abundant for us also. So just keep that in mind. Keep the past in the past. If you need to close doors, do it in a respectful and loving way. Because that's what's going to heal yourself from having to deal with this crap again in the future. Like, just heal it now, and leave it behind you. I had to do that recently. If you've been reading my Instagram, I'm sure you know all about it. But definitely keeping that all in the past. Or maybe this is also kind of like, just mentally getting wrapped up in the past. So just stop that and let it go. And we're going to continue forward, okay? Looks great towards the end of the month. I'm very excited about that. So this first week, work on ways to get yourself grounded. Meditation, yoga, definitely. Things like that. What you're eating, just be careful. Also, personally, I've been dancing like once a week as a way of grounding myself, and also a little bit of exercise because I hate going to the gym and doing all that crap. So dancing is my way of grounding myself. So maybe getting into some of that energy as well, because it's very uplifting in the process. Like, you can't be in a crappy mood when you're dancing. So keep that in mind. Maybe join me. I do it every Sunday. Just dance around my kitchen like an idiot. I don't care how stupid I look, just as long as I'm doing it. It raises my energy and my vibration, grounds me, and gives me a little bit of a workout in the process. So it's a win-win all around. Okay, so that's the month of February for you. And then I pulled out a card for Valentine's Day and for, love relationships, things like that. This could just be a relationship with yourself if you're single, or if you're kind of doing that little dance with somebody, like, that love chase before you get serious, kind of fun stuff. It's saying trust. So this situation is calling for you to have faith. I feel like this on a romantic level, I feel like as far as like relationships go, it may be, if you're in a committed relationship, it may be coming to the next level. And there's a little bit of fear there. Like, am I ready for this? Do I want to do this? There's always like that hesitation feeling. But, it's just saying just trust and keep going. It's going to work out. If you're dating, and you're kind of struggling there may be issues with trust here. So listening to your intuition, especially if you're in the beginning of dating somebody and like you're feeling the red flags left and right, like, this person isn't someone that I can trust. Maybe check in with, why am I feeling this way? Is this my stuff? Or is this real? Is this a real issue that I really need to address here? Is this my stuff with issues from childhood, things like that makes me feel like that I can't trust another person in a relationship? Or is this person is just truly like fake as hell and I can't trust anything that they say or do? In which case you need to cut that tie, get yourself out of that mental stress and move forward on your own from there. And this could also be trusting that you are capable of creating the life that you want for yourself. Just everything through February, just if you're working on some kind of project, or opportunities, or just something in your career life, and you're doubting yourself, this is just an encouragement that you need to trust yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your intuition, and know that you're heading in the right direction. And the universe is going to help you get to where you need to go. So just trust that you're completely capable of doing everything that you want for yourself. Okay? And then also, I started this new thing. I'm bringing the creativity into the creative gypsy now. So I did this abstract painting. I've been really getting into finger painting. Just makes me feel a lot more connected to my artwork. And this is what I painted for Gemini. So the whole idea here, it's very like solar plexus chakra, throat chakra coming together and starting to expand the heart chakra. So, in other words, if you don't know what the hell I'm saying, working with our empowerment and our self-confidence this month, combined with our personal expression, either creatively or, I feel like it's more communication based. Expressing ourselves. So empowerment and confidence combined with self-expression, working together expands the love. Okay? And I feel like that's the strongest message for this month. So staying confident in our self-expression in all forms of communication will heal our hearts and expand our love out. I can't even think of a word. It's just going to expand that love out into the world and heal it in the process. Okay? So trusting that we are strong enough to express ourselves, and the love will flow from there. So it'll open up our hearts, and in turn, with the law of attraction, it will magnify. That creates the largest magnetic vibration in our aura, and just attracts more of that love energy. I hope that made sense. So I hope that you enjoyed this, Gemini. This can be a very powerful month as long as you trust in the process, as long as you keep self-expressing yourself, personally and, outwards. But I definitely feel like the second week is, listening, absorbing, okay? And don't get caught in your head, okay?